It's good to have a circle, but know who's in your corner.
Mm. Okay, okay. I like that.
And
I
the
like that.
reason that I say that is because a lot of people, when people see the light that is in you, and when that light starts to grow and God is doing things in your life, people are automatically attracted to light,
Mhm.
but they might not, their intentions may not align with your intentions. So be careful about that. Know who's in your corner. It's okay to have a circle, but know who really has your back.
Welcome to the Ridiculously Blessed podcast, where we focus on the transformation of those who are ridiculously blessed. Hello, guys. I'd like to welcome you today and introduce you to a friend of mine, someone I've known and I've watched them grow over the years and become a powerhouse woman. I'd like to welcome you to Crystal Napier. Hi, Crystal. How are you today?
Thank you, Tim. I'm good. And thanks so much for having me on your podcast. And I appreciate the compliments. You are making me a little nervous to live up to these expectations you're throwing out there.
Not at all, not at all. And to introduce the audience to you, Crystal is the owner of Renee's Boutique. And Crystal, I can't say it all, so let you explain what Renee's Boutique is.
Sure. So Renee's Boutique is clothing for the confident woman. And I started Renee's Boutique in 2014 after leaving a banking career of 10 years. And with Renee's Boutique, I provide personal styling and shopping, and we have a full clothing line for women here at Renee's Boutique.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, Crystal, part of Ridiculously Blessed, we want to go back a little bit first. And we want to tell people, what the path was like getting there. Now, I'm seeing you today. You're smiling, happy. You got clothes in the background. Everything's great. Take us back a little bit. Take us back to the beginning. What was it like in the beginning when you decided, hey, you know what? I want to sell women empowerment. I want to
Hmm.
sell
Hmm.
confidence. What was it like in the
Hmm.
beginning?
Um, it was a very anxiety filled feeling when I first stepped out on faith to start my own business, especially leaving a career that I had grown to know so well in the past 10 years, and to create a brand from the ground up, like not, buy into a franchise or something. I'm just creating this from scratch. It was it was scary, quite frankly. And I remember I started off with just a Facebook page, actually. I created the Renee's Boutique LLC Facebook page, and I started selling one item that I found at the fashion market in Atlanta, Georgia, America's Mart. And I connected with this designer because she had created a garment that was one size fits all. And she created it with her business partner, who was, I think she was 5 foot. And the other young lady was 5'11. And they wanted to create a piece that they both could wear and that they both could relate to in their daily lives. And it was called the Shawl Doll. And I started selling the Shawl Doll. And it was just so, when I first started that and just saw the reaction of how ladies like love this garment that you can wear in 15 plus different ways, and that it was fitting, every body type could wear this piece. That's when I decided, okay, you know this this is why I started this. I wanted to create a space where women could feel good about themselves in the clothes that they wear. Um, a lot, image is extremely important. Within the first 3 to 5 seconds of when you meet someone, we make a judgment call on what what we see, and that's just human nature. And just through my experiences and through my training as an image consultant, I found that more and more ladies, regardless of their size, we all have some type of insecurity or um, feeling of not feeling good enough about ourselves, regardless of our sizes. And that is why I created Renee's Boutique, because I wanted women of all sizes to be able to walk into my space, be able to go to my website and see women of all walks of life being represented, and know that they have someone here that is truly dedicated to finding pieces to make life easier for them, convenient, and just make them feel like the absolute queens that we all are born and created to be.
Okay. And then in starting that up, everybody goes through self doubts and things like that. What was the thing that encouraged you to continue to go, to continue to fight, to continue to push?
A couple of things. I've been very blessed with a strong family that has supported me in this endeavor. Particularly, my husband has really been a huge supporter of me, of the times that I'm like, this is crazy, like to start a business and um, pretty much give up your salary for years, and you are constantly trying different things, and it just doesn't seem like it's taking off the way that you need to be. Sean was always just very supportive, like, just hanging with it, babe. Just, give it one more year, give it a few more months, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So that was awesome. And then, I have to give a shout out to my brother. Both of my brothers actually were just very encouraging of it. That the more my faith grows and the more I get spiritually connected,
Hmm.
and I'm not doing it because I want to see, blessings, but it's just happening, and I'm just so appreciative, you know, for the overflow that's coming from being obedient. It's truly been a journey, but it's been a wonderful experience.
Yes, I agree. I agree. Now let's go back. Now, one thing I know about you and I know about your family is your strong faith based family.
Yes.
So I want to go back to, the different encouragement that you got as a child to grow and to trust God and to lean on faith because that
Yeah.
kind of shapes you as an adult getting into your business. Kind of tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah. So, well, I'm glad you asked me about that, because the whole reason I'm here, is because of that foundation that started as a child. And like you said, I was brought up in the church. You were brought up in the church. Um, and I just remember, both of my parents are were God fearing people. Um, and my mom is very heavily involved in the church. But the thing that I really remember is the crazy faith that I saw my dad have. Um, and I and and it wasn't so much as he he wasn't so much of outwardly like in church. He never was a deacon or anything like that, but I'm talking about his everyday life. This The things that he went about, and the things he encouraged us to do. I remember just applying for colleges. I was told that it was a little silly for me to apply for, these big name colleges that I applied for. And one of them was the University of Virginia. And as you know, I'm an alumni of the University of Virginia.
Mhm.
But it was my dad. that said, Chris, you don't have to go to Piedmont just because you're coming from a small county school. Um, if you want to go to UVA, you've been pretty much an honor roll student all through school. You have the background. You go for it. You apply, and it was just that type of encouragement that he had. And when he decided to build his dream home with no carpentry background whatsoever and just with my brothers who were high school students and me coming home on the weekends from college, and he built a 3-story home. It took him 5 years, but that was just the type of crazy faith that he had. He was just like, this is what I'm going to do. Um, and that was really inspiring for me to watch all those years of just how he took on any challenge that came his way in life. And so that really inspired me and triggered my entrepreneurial spirit, because he was also an entrepreneur. He owned his own butcher shop for like several years, and he did that as well as work full time, and we were always working with him. So I'm definitely not a person that is that doesn't know about hard work.
Hmm.
So I've never shied away from that. And my mom too. My mom has had a very successful cleaning business. Gosh, at least 30, 35 years now that she's been doing that. So I came from that entrepreneurial spirit background, and that faith based background, if that faith without works is dead. And I've watched both of my parents put in the work and have just seen how God has just not only blessed their lives, but they were a pillar in our community, and helped so many others. So
Hmm. Definitely, it's good. It's good. And the same with you. I remember your family and how, you know, I say God's people can be seen before they open their mouth. And that's how I
mm,
felt your family was. It was, you knew right away, this is a faith based family, loving family, love
thank
everybody.
you, sir.
And
Thank you.
and I remember going on the school bus, seeing your dad working on the house, and how, he taught us that something was possible if you would believe it in your heart and you put the work in and you're faithful, that God will let your blessings come. And
Absolutely.
I saw that from my own eyes through your father. So that's why I was kind of, hey, let's talk about your family, uh,
Yeah, I
because
appreciate that.
because definitely I was able to see it firsthand, in my younger years. So I just wanted you to be able to give him some flowers here.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. And I mean, my dad and my mom, I do my best to give them their flowers. On my website, my dad is a huge part of why I decided to create this space to uplift other women and men too. That's the fun thing about Renee's boutique, about the personal shopping side and personal styling. I don't just work with women. I'm working with men. And I get all the time, Crystal, when you coming out with that men's clothing line?
Yeah, I was about to
But I
ask you
do.
that.
But I do. I really want this to be a space where people can feel comfortable, um, and just feel warmed and welcomed, because we need more spaces like that in our society.
Now, when you decided to do Renee's boutique, kind of tell me what you thought. What was your vision for, how you wanted this to go and grow?
So originally, my my vision was, I really focused in on wanting a space for curvy women, because I feel that, well, back then, now everybody is on the wave trend for plus size clothing and whatnot, because a lot of folks see dollar signs and they're recognizing that that was a market that really needs to be tapped into. But back then, when I first started, it wasn't a whole lot of It definitely wasn't a whole lot of strictly plus size designers. Um, a lot of the brands and designers uh, that I went to didn't even offer up to certain sizes. So it was very hard to find quality, affordable pieces for women that looked like me, that were curvy women. Um, and 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 I wanted to be the niche. I wanted to get into to that niche market and make ladies understand that we are beautiful regardless of what size we are, and that we want to look fly too. And that's how I started. And then after being in business, I realized that, and I met other ladies of different sizes that were smaller sizes, were saying, "Hey, Crystal, I really, you know, I I want to shop Renee's boutique too. I want to be a part of this as well." So then that's when I expanded to doing personal shopping and personal styling, offering that service. And I wasn't quite carrying, besides the shawl doll, carrying smaller sizes just yet. And last year, last year was truly the first year that I said, you know what? I'm going to carry all sizes, and 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 not just restrict ladies of a different size to just the personal shopping service.
Hmm.
And it's been very rewarding to just see women of all sizes like just feel confident, um, have fun, feel good. I just had the largest photo shoot we Renee's Boutique has ever did. I think it was a total of 9 or 10 models, and they were all different sizes, all different backgrounds, all different ethnicities, and they just kept raving about what an awesome time that they had.
That's
Um, and that's really, why I ventured into this. I really wanted, I started off wanting to uplift one segment of the market, women, but I realized that, there's opportunity to uplift so many other fabulous ladies. And now I can see things shifting where, I'm getting into assisting a few male clients. And I would love to one day, be able to support the entire family.
there you go.
Yeah.
Well, I'm coming to you because I need some help. After trying to do no shave November, but I can't grow a beard anyway, so I look ill. I look like I'm sick.
You no, you do not. You look young, as I keep telling Sean as well, because he can't either.
Yeah, see,
And it keeps you young. It keeps you young.
Sean, we're good, man. It's all
That's
good.
right.
So, Crystal, one of the things that we want to talk about here on Ridiculously Blessed is we don't say success and failure. We say blessing or lesson. So I
Hmm.
wanted to first, I want you to go back again and what was the biggest lesson you had to learn over this time that you had to overcome?
Mm. Do you want me to just pick one?
No,
I've had a
anything
lot
that
of
comes to your
lessons.
mind.
Um, I think the biggest thing that I've learned is that you can never be successful by yourself. It takes a team. You have to have people in your corner, and that has been a growing and a learning process for me, that God divinely created us to work together. He doesn't want us to be alone. And you should never feel alone in your business. And you shouldn't start a business to think that you're just going to be alone. Um, so I've definitely learned that it takes a team, it takes a village. The other lesson I learned is to be careful about, how do I want to put this? It's good to have a circle, but know who's in your corner.
Mm. Okay, okay. I like that. I
And the
like that.
reason that I say that is because a lot of people, when people see the light that is in you, and when that light starts to grow and God is doing things in your life, people are automatically attracted to light,
Hmm.
but they might not, their intentions may not align with your intentions. So be careful about that. Know who's in your corner. It's okay to have a circle, but know who really has your back. And be careful of what you share with the circle. You know, I've really learned to check that. It was a hard lesson. It was very heartbreaking to me that somebody tried to actually steal some of my designs, because I was doing custom clothing when I first started. Um, and that's a very vulnerable situation, when somebody tries to steal from you. Even though it's physical, it affects you emotionally, especially if it's somebody that you trusted. So that's definitely been a lesson that I've learned to know who's in my corner.
Wow, that's a.
And I guess lastly, I'm going to use an old phrase, but everything that glitters is not gold. So,
Mm.
and I, and I say that, Tim, because this year, that phrase really applied to my business, because I was truly looking for different avenues to advertise my business. And, I knew I wanted to go to the next level with a lot of things. And I had it was a lot of expensive lessons, because you think, these folks that offer certain advertising, and you think that that's going to work for you, but it doesn't. So just knowing who has my best intentions in heart, knowing where to put my hard earned small business dollars. I don't think people realize how much small businesses are actually preyed on by big corporations. I'm constantly being bombarded with offers and stuff, and I'm sure you are, as well as your lovely wife Frida, bombarded with offers. Oh, I can do this. I can make this easier. Um, but yeah, everything that glitters isn't gold. And patience is a virtue. This is not going to happen overnight, and if it does, it probably won't last. So I've been very humbled in understanding
Hmm. Hmm. All right. Now the next part of that, man, you gave me so many things to write down. I'm like taking notes. I'm in class right now. I'm like, whoa, I gotta go back, rewatch this, and write everything down. So the next part we want to talk about is, listen, I know over the years you're a mom, a wife, a business owner. So those are the blessings that everybody can see. But talk to us about your blessings. What kind of blessings, you know, what blessings stand out to you?
that. The One of the biggest blessings, and I actually just posted about it today, was helping myself realize that I am enough, just as I am. Um, and I think that's something that all my life I've kind of beat myself up about, and always like push myself for the next thing. Push myself, I didn't feel successful enough, or I didn't feel like I was making enough money. And I think just on this journey, it's been an experience that has truly led me to like dig deep and do a deep dive on myself, just as an individual. And when I pull back the layers, and you know, it's gotten ugly sometimes, um, but it helped me understand that I'm enough. I we are divinely created by God, and He has paid it all for us. And even though we're not perfect, we were still created in His image. And I think that has just been a true blessing for me to have that self discovery and just truly appreciate and value myself for who I am.
It's good. It's good, and I agree with you. And one thing I always tell people is, God created you in a way with certain talents and certain gifts to make you to allow you to be successful. It's how we use
Absolutely.
those talents and those gifts that kind of set the tone for our lives. So that's one of the reasons why we look at it as a blessing or a lesson. We don't want any negativity, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to create a podcast where we just talked about the good stuff. We can watch the news and it's never good, and you go to social media and it's worse. But I wanted to
Absolutely.
create a place where two people can talk about how blessed they are, how good life is. And that doesn't mean that everything is perfect. It just means
Exactly.
that you can take a second, look back, take a deep breath, and realize, regardless of what's going on in the world, we are blessed. We woke up this morning,
Absolutely.
breathing. I still got 10 fingers, 10 toes. So I'm just happy to be alive. Happy to spend time with you, learn about you a little bit more, and give you this platform.
Well, I think your platform is absolutely amazing, Tim. This is really great. And and especially like you're focusing on that we are blessed, because I think that we don't do that enough. And part of it is because most of us might be nervous that people might think we're bragging or
Mm-hmm.
whatnot. But it's not about us as individuals. It's about uplifting God's kingdom and trying to be a light and encourage others, because we can all win. Like I
Definitely.
that's something I'm learning. Like we can all win. We don't have to compete with each other. Just like you said, we all have our own unique talents, and it's enough space for all of us.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
So, Crystal, Black Friday's coming up. What kind
yeah,
of
buddy.
what kind of goodies, what kind of specials you got for us coming on Black Friday? I need to go shopping for my wife. So, what you
Oh,
got for
okay.
me?
So every week we're doing a holiday deal. So this week, all of our button down and open pocket cardigans are 50% off on our website. The code is wrap up 50. And then next week, which is Black Friday week, um, I don't know if I should give it away. I think you guys just need to follow me.
There you go. Good, good. That's perfect.
Check
That's
us
perfect.
out on we're on Instagram and Facebook, Renee's Boutique LLC. Follow us, and you can actually get updated if you subscribe to our email list at reneesboutiquellc.com. That is our website, because we have some amazing deals coming your way. And also, I am bringing on a very special new designer that will be providing a part of our holiday gift sets that are actually on our site. So I have some work to do. So you guys will you definitely want to keep stay tuned, because I'll have that up for you on next week.
All right. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you. And while we're talking about subscribing, this is something I didn't do in my last podcast. Hey, subscribe, guys. Subscribe to the Ridiculously Blessed podcast. Comment.
Absolutely.
I want your feedback. All feedback. I will take it all. I will look at it and assess it and then move on from there. But I want this to be something that we can enjoy for years to come. I want it to be good. Yep, I know we're just getting started, but I want this thing to really, really grow, and I need subscribers. So please subscribe. Also, follow Crystal online, social media. If you feel like you need to get ready for these holiday parties, Crystal's your girl. Give her a call, send her an email, send a pigeon, whatever you got to do. Just get in touch with Crystal so that you can hook up and she can get you ready for the holidays. All right? So, Crystal, again,
Absolutely.
I want to thank you for your time. And I'm going to ask you if you have any parting words you want to leave to the audience, if you could.
So I just want to thank you again, Tim, for having me on. I think this is an amazing podcast you're doing here, and I wish you the very best. And I just want to say thank you to all of my supporters, as well as to my family and my friends. I am so grateful in this season of giving for each and every one of you. And I hope that everybody have a safe and blessed holiday.
All right, guys. Thank you again for joining us on Ridiculously Blessed, and look for more podcasts in the future. You guys have a great day.